with the Lightning last year, has played 6 minutes.
All right, guys, Scott here from UG Series.
Hello and welcome to Budweiser Gardens for this NBL of Canada regular season game between the Windsor Express and the hometown London Lightning. My name is Marty Thompson and I'm joined as always by Chris Croucher. Chris, the 13-3 London Lightning are going to have their hands full with this Express team tonight.
The Windsor Express, of course, former NBL champions, and they're a very, very, very good team, but they've had a little bit of issues so far this year. However, when both these teams met, of course, at the Clash of the Coliseum, the Windsor Express were the team that ended up on top, beating the London Lightning 114-93, breaking a huge winning streak that the Lightning were on at the time. And they got some very strong performances from guys like Brendan Robinson with 34, and of course Tony Bennett, 15 points and a whopping 17 assists. So this is a Windsor team that they tend to raise their game when they play London, especially when they're in London, because they love to really, really stick to the Lightning.
The Express, meanwhile, are struggling as a team, obviously sitting at a 7-9 record. Not what the Jones brothers were looking for at the start of this season, but they're kind of turning around, but again, sputtering as they come along.
It's kind of been a difficult season for the Express, and we're finally starting to see some changes in the roster, and they're really kind of throwing stuff at the wall right now, see what sticks, and they're hoping they can luck into a couple of like really, really solid contributors, or even add a veteran. I mean, they had Ryan Anderson come in last year who played very well for them. They can have a guy like him come in and get some good performances from a midseason acquisition. This could turn around really fast because they still have some very good pieces.
Well, the one piece that they did add once they started the season winless was Brandon Robinson, and since then they've obviously been sitting around 500, but Brandon Robinson has definitely contributed to this team so far.
And he does it all better than almost anyone in the league. He's the top scorer in NBL Canada, and he has been pretty much from the moment he stepped on the court this year. And of course, he's one of the greatest scorers in NBL Canada history during his tenure with both the Oshawa Power and the Island Storm. So this is a guy who knows how to fill up the basket, but that's not all he does. He actually averages a good number of assists and rebounds too. He does everything for this team. However, aside from the odd performance here and there, Windsor hasn't really been able to get big performances from all their guys at once, aside from that London game. They kind of need to get all their pieces going consistently at the same time, and that's one of the problems. They also have a bit of a depth problem in that as soon as one of their starters sits on the bench, they have troubles getting production out of those other guys. I mean, Mo Bolden had a very good run at the start of the new year, start of January. However, he hasn't quite been that same player, and now they're looking for some sort of solution to help this team coming off the bench.
Well, the starting lineup for the Windsor Express, as you saw them coming out onto the court: Tony Bennett, Brandon Robinson, Shaquille Keith, Chris Commons, and Kirk Williams Jr. Kirk Williams Jr. with 31 points and 15 rebounds last night in that game against Orangeville. Looking at this Windsor Express lineup, there are a couple of changes to note. Eric Frederick, the former London Lightning player, has come into the team to replace Adrian Moss.
And most notably, the former Montreal Jazz player. In fact, he was very good for that team, to the tune of a 47-point game as a member of the Montreal Jazz on a January 30th game here in London. And of course, he also played for London too right after that. It was a brief stint, but as we've seen when guys like Gabe Freeman, we initially thought when a guy goes away, maybe the league's level has upped to the point where they come back. But he could be a Gabe Freeman case where maybe it was just wrong time, wrong place, wrong fit. Because we've seen Freeman who left London, came back, didn't do so well when he came back, and now he's excelling in St. John right now. So maybe Eric Frederick can be one of those cases. Again, 47-point game. That's an incredible number. And if he can provide something for this Windsor Express team that could use a couple bigger bodies down in the post. I mean, Theo Davis is a big body who's going to clog the lane. Same with Lou Vercel, pardon me. But they need a guy who can not just clog the lane, but also put some points on the board. And maybe they think Frederick can be that guy.
Also losing Adrian Moss is a bit of a blow to Moss's NBLC career. But as we've seen before, he's an NBLC talent, and he'll definitely find work elsewhere in the league.
He's definitely on a good pace if his goal was to be on every single team in NBL Canada. Of course, he's played with the Island Storm, he's played with the Express, he's played with the London Lightning. So he's a guy that he's a very, very good bench point guard, and he's a guy you can have come off the bench and really just fill the bucket. And he's going to find a home somewhere here in NBL Canada. And for all we know, he was released because he got an opportunity somewhere else, for all we know. But again, I don't think we've seen the last of Adrian Moss in the NBL Canada.
Again, the Windsor Express coming off of an 89-88 loss to the Orangeville A's at a last-second three shot from Rick Bodford in the near corner there. Unfortunately, giving the Windsor Express their 9th loss on the season. The London Lightning, meantime, about to listen into their starting lineup. Nick Corey, Warren Ward, Garrett Williamson, who returns to the lineup, along with Stephen Maxwell and Tyshawn Patterson. One other quick note, Hakeem Wright not in the lineup tonight as he's away from London for the birth of his child.
Congratulations, too.
Absolutely. Garrett Williamson, a big return here for the London Lightning.
And he's a very good piece for this team because he balances a lot of what they like to do on offense. You have Maxwell and Postmus who crash and bang in the paint. You have Patterson and Okori and Ward and almost anyone on the roster that shoots a bunch of three-pointers, but they don't really have that guy who can knock down the mid-range jumper. And that's where Williamson comes in, because now you have a threat at all three levels, in the paint, behind the arc, and inside the arc. And Williamson can really be a key player for this lineup too. He's a former Canadian Player of the Year. I mean, this guy ran the London Lightning team for a whole year and was the guy. I don't think he had under 10 points in any of his games that year too. So Garrett Williamson, he hasn't been playing quite as well, but he's also been bothered by nagging injuries the whole time. If he's healthy and he's good to go, this could be a very, very good game for him.
Williamson joined up top by Stephen Maxwell, 19 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, leads the team in both of those categories.
And I'm going to try and talk about Stephen Maxwell before every game, because I don't think league-wide he's getting the publicity that he should, because he has been incredible. He is only 22 years old, and he's averaging 19 and 13. Just about every rebound that he's on the floor for ends up in his hands. He's an absolute beast in the paint. And he's one of the keys to this London team because they get so many extra possessions off of missed shots. And with the way London shoots, those extra possessions are critical. He may not make all the headlines, and occasionally he'll make a huge dunk, but otherwise he doesn't really get a lot of headlines. But he's a guy that London needs, and he's absolutely critical to their success.
London versus Windsor here at Budweiser Gardens. As you can see, a standout crowd standing on their feet here, of course, awaiting that first London Lightning basket. As you get a look there, right there at Stephen Maxwell as he heads towards the scorer's table. Again, London versus Windsor here, the battle of the 401 taking place here in London. As we mentioned before, these two teams have matched up pretty interestingly so far, with Windsor winning 2 games in the season series. Of course, that's 2 of the 3 losses against the London Lightning this season. So it'll be London in white, it'll be Windsor in red. Upper Bowl's open. Saturday night basketball here at Budweiser Gardens. 2 other games going on tonight. You've got Niagara and Orangeville. You've also got Moncton and St. John. We'll keep you updated on those games as they happen. But right here, it's all about this rivalry. London versus Windsor. It's going to be Kirk Williams Jr. lining up against Stephen Maxwell here for the tip-off. Getting a bit of spacing here. And we're underway. Maxwell tips the ball into Chris Commons' hands. And Windsor will start with a possession. Tony Bennett with it. Hands it off to Chris Commons. Commons 4 for 10 from the field last night. Kirk Williams Jr. with a massive night. 31 points, 15 rebounds in the game against Orangeville. Brandon Robinson for 3, and it's good for the first 3 points of the game.
A little sleepy on defense there as the Lightning left Shaq Keith here open right in the corner for the 3, and he made a very nice extra pass to Robinson. And that's just a little too easy for the London Lightning to allow that.
Patterson hands the ball off to Warren Ward, and it's tipped out of bounds off of Ward's hands, who's obviously not too thrilled about that. The inbound coming from Commons, taken here by Tony Bennett. Chicago native moves it across half. He's 2 for 16 from the floor last night, but did have 8 assists. He gets possession back. He's up against Tyshawn Patterson. Looks down low. You see Chris Commons trying to make some room. Bit of a mismatch here up against Nick Corey. Tries to hand it back. This is Tony Bennett, 5 seconds on the shot clock. This is Shaq Keith. Takes it down low to Bennett, keeps the ball, takes it up. Can't get it to go. It's collected here by Nick Corey. Looks up. He's got Patterson to his left. Patterson tries to work underneath Robinson, and there's Maxwell with it. The ball will fall into play off of London, so the fans here at Budweiser Gardens will remain on their feet.
Another scrambled possession there for the London Lightning. This isn't a great start for them. They did play a lot better defense on their own end on that last sequence there, but they need to get a little bit something going on offense. Not a lot of good looks.
Robinson down low. You see Keith with a bit of space on that far side, and that's good for 2.
Again, too easy. I think that was Maxwell that time who lost his man, but you can't just give the shooters this much space. You have to be in their face, and you have to make it difficult for them. Don't give them any easy points.
The Express out to a 5-0 lead here. 10:21 on the clock. Warren Ward gets a 3.
And they needed that, and Warren Ward's usually been the one to provide that. One of the better three-point shooters in the league, and he's been starting to really heat up. Of course, he missed a couple games for injury, and now he's really just getting back into his groove.
Robinson tries to work around Garrett Williamson, hands the ball off to Keith. Very athletic pass there from Robinson. Bennett finds Robinson, top 3 here. It's good. Unbelievable back-to-back 3s there for Brandon Robinson on his first 2 shots of the game.
Well, that time the defense was excellent, but Brendan Robinson, just from another planet, and able to make that shot.
Ward with it. Tries the crossover dribble up against Shaq Keith. This is Williamson, Commons guarding. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Williamson charges the lane. Can't get it to go, and it's collected here by Robinson. Switches it off to Keith. Spins. Robinson with a bit of space on this near side is going to take possession. Kirk Williams Jr. along the baseline on this near side. Robinson fires it. Chris Commons open for 3. He's got it! The Windsor Express, 11-3.
Well, just to show you how automatic Chris Commons can be from the three-point line, Kirk Williams started tying his shoe before the ball was even out of his hands.
As you see Stephen Maxwell getting that one down. Chris Commons 0 for 3 from beyond the arc last night. Already got more 3s than he did last night, just that one attempt. Keith hands it off to Tony Bennett. 8:49 on the clock, 11-5. The Express with the lead, and they've got the ball as well. Kirk Williams Jr. takes it up. He's going to draw some contact, and he's going to go to the line. Again, the Express up 11-5. You see Kirk Williams Jr. going to the line. As we mentioned before, a massive night for him last night. 31 points, 15 rebounds, went 7 for 10 from the line. He's going to get his first attempt from the charity stripe right here.
It's always kind of interesting with Williams Jr. because he's been a bench player at most of his stops. He only really starts here and there. He's never really been a full-time starter. But he's always had these random games where he just goes off for huge numbers. Otherwise, he's been one of the better 6th men in the league for the past 2 years. But I mean, every so often he'll just wow you with a performance like he had in his last game.
See the former Mississauga power player draining that second shot. Garrett Williamson draws a bit of contact there, and the refs are going to make a call on that. One foul each through this first quarter, 8:39 left in it. The inbound's coming from Warren Ward, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Corey takes it. He's got Maxwell right in front of him. Corey keeps possession. Williamson looks around. This is Tyshawn Patterson. From the corner, he stepped out of bounds right in front of the Windsor bench. 8:28 on the clock.
I'm almost starting to think that it's like the 3-point line's closer to the out-of-bounds line here in London than any other place. I mean, this year especially, we've seen a lot of those creeping sidelines catching the heels of players.
Commons is holding the ball away from Warren Ward. Kirk Williams Jr. and now to Bennett. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Commons versus Williamson. And that's good from Chris Commons. Windsor have now shot 5 for 6 from the field tonight. 15-5. Corey fires. Can't get that one to go. It's tipped around and collected here by Brandon Robinson. Robinson up against Patterson. Robinson with a bit of space, can't get that 3 to go. He's now 2 for 3 from there tonight. Ward finds a lane. It's good for 2.
Warren Ward, he's started almost every game that he's been a starter for, just on fire. He's one of these guys that gets the Lightning out to a good start. However, someone else has to start contributing here. 15-7 for the London Lightning. They are struggling, especially on defense.
Keith spins around, and it's really easy there for number 22. Williamson takes possession. Talk about Ward, he had a big night against St. John. See that 3 coming. It's good. What a time to talk about this. Warren Ward, 24 points and 7 rebounds, along with 6 assists. A very good all-rounded game there from London native. Keith. Trying to find a bit of space, hands it off to Robinson up top. Keith is going to be fouled there by Nick Okori.
I'm not sure what's been going on defense with the London Lightning the past 2 games. We saw in their last game against St. John that they had Nick Okori covering Gabe Freeman, and now he's matched up against Shaq Keith. Those are some significant size mismatches there for the London Lightning, so it's going to cause some problems for them if they want to keep having Okori covering Shaq Keith.
And there's Keith with it, and he moves around Nick Okori. All too easy there from Shaquille Keith. 19-10, 6.5 left in this first quarter. Maxwell gets it done. As he's done time and time again, puts 2 points up on the board for the London Lightning. Bennett looks down low to Shaq Keith. He's in motion. Brandon Robinson. Bit of motion there. You see Commons taking it an easy call rather for the referees. It's once again going to go against Nick Okori.
And again, Nick Okori's covering a post player. I just don't understand what's happening. Initially, I thought in the last game that it was because of switches and that, but then it turned out Okori was every single possession covering a big. So, and then when you have that size mismatch, he's going to foul a guy because he doesn't really have many other options when he's in the post there. So, interesting strategy to say the least. It hasn't been working though.
And just like that, Okori is out, and Ryan Anderson has made way for him. Shaquille Keith for 3. Windsor. Amazing as you hear that woo there from a member of the Windsor Express. Obviously, not very many Windsor Express fans here at Budweiser Gardens. 22-12, 10-point lead here. We're just past half in the first quarter. Garrett Williamson for 3. Nice offensive rebound there by Maxwell. Takes Kirk Williams Jr. on and drains 2. 5.5 left. Bennett looks around. Takes it up to Kirk Williams Jr. A very aggressive pass, unfortunately, for Windsor. Unable to drop. London with a nice stop. One of the very few they've had this game. Patterson for 3. No good. Taken here by Commons. 3 fouls for the Lightning, 1 for the Express so far. Robinson makes the play call. Steps around Williamson, no call there, fires it across. Tony Bennett with half the court of space. Can't get that one to go, however. It's taken up here by Anderson. Williamson down low, he's gonna hand it off to him. Anderson takes it back, corner three is good.
Anderson able to drill that three-pointer against his former team. And Ryan Anderson and Warren Ward, London have two of the smoothest shooters that you could see. If there's anyone you want to kind of take a picture frame by frame of someone's jump shot, Ryan Anderson, Warren Ward, two very good picks.
And they're going to call a foul there. It's likely going to be against Ryan Anderson. You hear him going against that call there towards the referees. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Budweiser Gardens.
Well, we're coming to your city. Gonna play our guitars and sing you a country song. We'll all be flying higher than a jetliner. And if you want a little bang in your yin-yang, come along. Well, we flew through Cincinnati and we all got really happy. Grabbed a bowl of that Skyline chili along the way. Then we you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Don't forget to check out the Oxford Dodge Shoot to Win booth just outside the King Club. Sign up to compete on the court in the third quarter break for your chance to win a brand new Jeep Cherokee on the last home game of the season.
(22-17), the Windsor Express with a very sizable lead early in this game. Marty Thompson, Chris Croucher up in the booth. As you see Tony Jones having a quick chat with his team. Again, a big lead for the Express.
Yeah, they've both been shooting pretty well here. London a little loose on defense, but they're making some really difficult shots on the offensive end. That's kind of kept them in it, especially three-point land. Both teams really go into the three-pointer early. Windsor 4 of 6, London 3 of 5. And it's been a very interesting start. Lots of high scoring. However, the crowd seems to kind of be a little quiet right now, and that's something we don't usually see from this London crowd. One of the bigger attendances in the league, and Windsor kind of took them right out super early. So London's going to have to do something. Maybe it's a dunk, maybe it's a big three-pointer, but something to sort of get this crowd back on their feet and get the energy up a bit.
4:22 left in this game. We're going to take a quick break rather, to update the other games happening tonight. St. John trailing the Moncton Miracles by a score of 59-52. That went into halftime at last check. In the meantime, Orangeville and Niagara playing out there tonight, and that game is tied 12-all. Shaq Keith at the line, 22-year-old. Misses that shot. Tipped around, taken here by Patterson. Patterson working around Posthumus, who's coming to the game. Capers has also come into the game for the Lightning. Patterson's going to draw some contact. He's just on the ground there on the baseline. And trying to get this crowd into it here with a bit of music in-house. And it looks like Windsor are making a change. Jamal McQueen comes into the game to replace Shaq Keith. Just keep in mind, Theo Davis is coming to the game as well for the Express. I'm trying to keep updated once we see from Eric Frederick, but obviously he's yet to make an appearance. And the former London Lightning player, news just broke today that the transaction took place today, that Windsor picked him up. Second shot from Patterson's good. 4:10 on the clock in the first quarter. 23-19, Windsor with the lead. They've got the ball as well. Bennett backs in to Patterson. It'll fall out off of Patterson's foot. 4 minutes, 14 seconds on the shot clock. McQueen getting set on the inbound. Bennett takes the ball up high and looks down low. This is Robinson. Tries to find a channel. Looks like they're going to call a foul against Ryan Anderson, who slams the ball, taking the ball back off of the board. Not happy about that call.
He's lucky he didn't get another call too for that basketball slam there. Not very good discipline. I mean, that's only his first foul in the game. It's not like you can complain about the fouls there.
So Brandon Robinson gets set to go to the line as you see Ryan Anderson having a quick chat there with Kyle Julius. 5 fouls for the Lightning, 2 for the Express so far. Inbound coming. Bennett. Got Commons trying to work around Maxwell. Commons will take it for 3. Gorgeous play by the Windsor Express to free up Chris Commons beyond the arc.
Again, lots of three-pointers paving the way to Windsor's lead here. 26-19. This is not the start the London Lightning wanted. They really got to tighten up defensively.
Patterson still with possession, gives it to Maxwell, who's going to take it to the hoop. Obviously going to be fouled on his way there.
This has become a new strategy of Stephen Maxwell's, where he tries to dunk from ridiculous distances. But the refs are going to give him the benefit of the doubt and give him the call there. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And I mean, if that's how you want to get your points, if that's what works, why not?
All for a game against St. John, 23 points, 9 of which came from the line, going 9 for 12 from the charity stripe. Also went 7 for 15 from the field. And Maxwell, as you were talking about the league needing to kind of recognize him a bit more, you're seeing the Lightning go to him more often, and you can just tell by the amount of shots he's taking 15 against the Mill Rats on Thursday.
Well, they're starting to actually run some plays with him now, and I mean, this is a guy who came in as a project, or at least was viewed as a project, and the team was really looking to bring him in slowly, but he's just exploded on the NBL Canada scene, and I mean, he's forced his way to extra possessions.
Ryan Anderson takes the ball here, going to take it to the hoop as well.
Ryan Anderson knows a thing or two about larceny. In fact, he's got the NBL Canada record for steals in a game with 8. He's got 1 here tonight and ends it with a nice layup that brings London within 3. Almost another one there for Maxwell.
Bennett takes possession, tries to calm things down. It was his errant pass that led to that first play. The refs are going to blow that one down. It was Capers and Commons that the refs are talking to here.
You can hear Kyle Julius there wanting what he thinks fair calls back and forth. Ryan Anderson also getting in the face of the ref there. London might want to be a little bit careful. We've seen the refs in the past year and a half really try to turn down the amount of flack they take from coaches and players, so they're not as shy about giving an unsporting foul as they used to be.
Brandon Robinson with possession. Alex Superman Johnson is coming to the game. He's on this near side. Distance 3 from Brandon Robinson. Nearly had that. Anderson will move the ball up. He's got Capers to his left. Take it across to his right instead to Tyshawn Patterson. This is the 3.
Not a good shot from Patterson. There was no one underneath for a rebound, and there was tons of time on that shot clock.
Johnson moves it up. Gets his first possession of the game. And the ref's going to call a foul against the Windsor Express. It's going to go against Vercelli. 2:27 on the clock. 26-23, the Express with the lead. London getting possession here as you see Maxwell getting set on the inbound in front of their own bench. Meantime, Kevin Loisel preparing to come into the game. In fact, it looks like he'll replace Maxwell and he'll take the inbound. I know nothing. Patterson takes possession. Johnson playing defense. Loisel in front wants possession, instead will move down low. Capers. See Patterson falling to the ground there. Loisel. Ryan Anderson up top. Patterson gets it back. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Takes it up. Anderson takes it. Distance 3. Nearly had it. Patterson with a big offensive rebound takes it out to Posthumus. Taking on Vercelli. It's going to draw the contact. Oh, my apologies. That's a travel call. Anderson with that distance 3. Wasn't a whole lot of options left. Just 4 seconds on the shot clock, I believe, when he got that shot off.
Again, London's just getting a little bit too complicated on the offensive end. Windsor played some excellent defense there, but you have to think maybe a couple more quick passes, just some nice simple plays, and they can get themselves some more open shots rather than shooting it from near half court.
McQueen, Johnson, Robinson with it. You see Anderson quick to get out to Robinson, who brings it inside the three-point line. So I can't get that shot to go. Capers with possession. Minute and a half left in this first quarter. Capers runs into a wall known as Chris Commons, and that's going to be Express ball.
London really getting vocal about some of these foul calls here. Running into a little bit of trouble as you see Marcus Capers heading back on defense.
Johnson moves it across half, minute and a half left. Robinson fires it to Commons. Loisel in his face, right up in his face. Down low to Robinson. Vercelli's in motion. Robinson fires it right across. Great pass to McQueen, who finishes it at the hoop.
Excellent offensive sequence there for the Windsor Express, and that's kind of what London needs to do. Get some quick passes going, make sure you find the open man, and just make sure the defense has to stay on their toes. Don't make anything easy, as we see a steal here from Brendan
Robinson with possession takes it to the hoop, and it's too easy for number 10 in red. 30-23, Brandon Robinson with that steal and layup. The Express continue to dominate in this first quarter. Anderson, distance three, can't get that one to drop. The ball fall out off of Vercelli. My apologies, a fall out off of a London Lightning player, so Windsor will get possession. 43 seconds left in this first quarter. McQueen off to Johnson. See Corey matching up with him. Johnson, jumper, airballs it. Might have been tipped as you see Capers handing it off to Nick Corey. Wow! Top 10 play of the week for sure as you see Capers finishing that one 30-25.
Excellent play from Capers, who's just able to jump out of the gym. I thought that pass was way too high, but Capers able to reach up and get it.
Robinson fires it over to the far side to Alex Johnson. The ball gets tipped around. Johnson gets it back. Jumper from the top of the key. It's good. And that will end his first quarter of play. 32-25. Windsor Express off to a great start away to the London Lightning. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Budweiser Gardens. Windsor Express with a 32-25 lead here at Budweiser Gardens. You're getting a look there at the London bench. Kyle Julius hidden amongst them. He's got lots to say. Even though London's shooting 56% from the field, Windsor Express shooting 63% and 62% from beyond the arc.
Neither team really played especially good defense in that quarter, but if we're talking about the defensive battle, Windsor winning the first round there. They're up 32-25 over the London Lightning. Again, those shooting numbers are ridiculous. London's giving them a little bit too much room to operate in. And anytime you give creative offensive players like Brendan Robinson some space to operate, they're going to hurt you, and that's exactly what's happened in this game. Some of the statistical leaders for you. Shaq Keith has 10 points on some perfect shooting, 4-4. Brendan Robinson, 8 points, and Chris Commons also perfect from the floor with 8 points himself. Looking at London, 8 points Warren Ward, 8 points from Stephen Maxwell to go along with 3 rebounds, and 5 from Ryan Anderson.
We're back underway. Chad Postumus leading his London Lightning out onto the court. As you can see, 32-25 in the second quarter. Inbound coming as they're just waiting for the kids to get off of the court on this near side. Of course, today's Libro Kids Day at Budweiser Gardens, the upper bowl. Full of them. Lots of children here today. Inbound coming up here from Marcus Capers on the baseline. Oh, my apologies, this is Chad Postumus on the near side. It's taken by Corey. Second quarter underway. Refs pull that down quick. It's something on the far side. Looks like Brandon Robinson is the culprit. So just like that, the Express logged their first foul of this second quarter just 5 seconds into it. As always at halftime, we'll be talking to Bill Ovens. What's cooking with Bill Ovens? Well, he's got lots to say about that St. John win. And lots to say about this London Lightning squad. A lot to say about Eric Frederick as well, for sure. Anderson. Posmus takes possession. Corey. Posmus working down low. Corey's going to take the contested 2. And it's moved up here by Windsor. Johnson. Nice pass off to McQueen, who's going to give it back to him. Alex Johnson getting some significant playing time. Limited minutes last night. Bennett logging most of them in the 1. Chris Commons for 3. No good. Anderson moving up McQueen, who's a bit of a full court press there. Capers works it underneath, takes it up. Another stop here for the Express. Johnson moves it up. Robinson, and now to Jamal McQueen, the Windsor native, moves it across. Alex Johnson fakes the 3. Takes the 3, misses. And a nice play there by Loiselle to tip it into Anderson's hands.
I like the decision to slow it down here. They're getting a little too scrambly. Kevin Loiselle working in the post.
Posmus takes that ball. No good. Neither team able to score in the second quarter. 10:30 left in it. Score remains 32-25.
London seems to just keep settling for the first jumper or open shot that they aren't even that open. They just keep looking at the first makeable shot and just taking it, and it's not always the best shot. They could make an extra pass once or twice and maybe get themselves a better look.
Anderson moves it up, the former Express player, takes it into Posthumus, takes it to the hoop. He's going to draw some contact against Brandon Robinson, I should say. And that's going to be another foul for Robinson.
Well, last time these two teams played, Chad Posthumus had 25 points, 13 rebounds. He gave Windsor fits. But we haven't really seen them give Chad the ball, and I think London's got to start doing that, working it down low. Because aside from Theo Davis and Lou Vercel, they don't really have any really big guys that can handle the size of Posthumus, and that's how he creates trouble for the Windsor Express. So I'd start looking down to the post at Chad.
Maurice Bolden has come into the game to replace Chris Commons. That shot's miss is collected here by McQueen. Alex Johnson with the play call. Tries to work around to Corey. Now here's Bolden with his first touches. Hands it to McQueen, working around Loiselle. Loiselle goes to ground, and the refs pretty quick to blow their whistle there. Couple of changes. Stephen Maxwell coming in to replace Chad Posthumus. Vercelli with the foul there, as you see him on the ground, just getting a little help tying his shoe. And he gets a hand up there from Nick Corey. So Warren Ward comes in the game to replace Marcus Capers as well. And it's going to be Lightning ball. Shoes are looking good. Also keep in mind, look up for Nick Corey's shoes. You can see them there, number 2 in white. Got some bright gold shoes.
Looks good. Good game.
Lightning, you know. And there we go. Eric Frederick into the game. He makes his first appearance as a Windsor Express player. He's replacing Brandon Robinson, number 23 in red.
Slightly different reception than Gabe Freeman tonight.
Again, Eric Frederick, very limited, I should say, with his stay in London. A handful of games to his name in a London uniform. Corey to Ward for 3. Good.
Got to keep going to Warren Ward. He's one of the few guys on the Lightning who's really starting to feel it. He's still perfect in the game, I should say. 4 of 4, and 3 of them are 3-pointers. That gives him 11 points in this game.
Johnson hands it off to Bennett. Frederick gets his first touches here. Calls Johnson in, takes it up to Bolden. Goaltending against Kevin Loiselle. And Kyle Julius not happy about that call.
Neither are the fans as loud as they've been all night.
So 2 points for the Windsor Express, and you can see Kyle Julius again not happy about that as he returns to his bench. 9 minutes to go in this second quarter. Warren Ward with possession. His Lightning down 34-28. Ward misses his first shot of the night from beyond the arc. Bolden takes the Hail Mary pass, and that's a foul. It's traveling against Mo Bolden.
Well, refs giveth and refs taketh there, and that time Windsor losing the refereeing game right there. And as Bill points out to me, that is definitely a makeup call to help out on that goaltending one. Unfortunately, this one doesn't get the points. So London's still on the losing end of that transaction.
Lozelle with possession. Corey takes it. Maxwell up against Vercelli. Gets it off. It's tipped there by Bolden at the hoop. Lozelle can't finish it. It's taken here by Eric Frederick. 8:18 on the clock. Johnson with the play call. Vercelli comes to set the pick. Johnson fires it across. This is Mo Bolden for three. Former London Lightning player can't get that one to go. Lozelle moves it across. Warren's calling for it. Still calling for it. Lozelle at the top of the key. Slows things down. Corey in motion. Oh, what a pass to Maxwell, who draws the foul.
Well, it's a good thing they stopped Maxwell when they did, because he can really jump out of the gym if he has to. And could have been another poster or highlight as we've seen from Stephen Maxwell all year. Instead, he's just going to go to the line and shoot two. Maxwell, 8 points so far in this game, 3 rebounds. One of the better players on the London Lightning in this game too.
Vercelli out, and Kirk Williams Jr. in the game here for the Express. You can see Maxwell at the line there. 3 rebounds rather, to his name, 8 points as well. Second shot missed, collected here by Williams Jr. 7:45. Alex Johnson still with possession. Looks for Williams. It looks like that's going to be a foul against Williams. Offensive foul here for the Windsor Express. Make that their 4th foul of this second quarter.
Well, you could even call this entire quarter makeup calls right here, when London seemed to get every whistle going against them in the first quarter. Now it's everything going the wrong way. Everything's going London's way with the refs this time. A little consistency might be a nice thing for the rest of the game here. I think they've evened it up enough, so we'll see how this goes.
London outscoring the Express by a margin of just 4-2. Very low scoring second quarter compared to the first. Ward, bounce pass, Williamson. 34-31.
And now we get to hear the crowd. They're getting back into this game, and that's not a good sign for the Windsor Express. That's going to energize the Lightning. And they're playing a lot better on the defensive end, forcing some stuff, forcing Windsor into some bad shots and some bad passes.
Bennett with that pass attempt. Loisel! More athletic stuff there from Stephen Maxwell, trying to jump up to get that ball on the alley-oop. Johnson with possession here for the Windsor Express. 6:46. Takes it up. He gets the friendly roll.
Alex Johnson having a very nice game at point guard for the Windsor Express. He's only got 4 points, but he's done a really good job of running the offense.
McCory works around Johnson. Open jumper, it's good.
Nick O'Corey's doing an excellent job. However, those are only his first 2 points tonight.
6:19 on the clock. Frederick.
Start to find his groove too.
Tries to work around Williamson, who strips Frederick of the ball. And Frederick with that foul. 2 changes coming up for the Express. Shaq Keith and Chris Commons preparing to come in, as the refs have a quick chat about that. You just saw Frederick more or less intentionally fouling Garrett Williamson as he moved down. And Looks like they are going to call the intentional foul. Unsporting foul, my apologies.
First game here, not necessarily in the way you want to see it for the Windsor Express. London Lightning with a chance to make this an only 1-point lead.
So Eric Frederick out of the game. First shot is no good as it hits the rim. Of course, Williamson coming back from injury. Back into this team. Quick update on the other games. Going on, the Miracles leading the St. John Millrats. That second shot's no good from Williamson. Not happy about that. Miracles lead St. John by a margin of 90-86. That's heading into the fourth quarter. And also Orangeville up on Niagara at 34-33. 7 minutes left in the second quarter there. 6 minutes left in the second quarter here at Budweiser Gardens. Corey keeps possession. Hands it off to Garrett Williamson. Tony Bennett matching up against him up top. Warren Ward moves around Shaq Keith. Gets stuck behind him. Jumper's no good there. It's tipped around, and now here comes Tony Bennett. It's a 3-on-1 here for the Express. Massive defense there from Garrett Williamson. Corey takes it back. Maxwell, can he put the... He's got it.
What a
going
block.
on there.
What a block by Garrett Williamson. That's a top 10 play right there for sure. As he gets up, I don't know why Alex Johnson, it looked like he was trying to dunk. I don't think he ever would have had a shot at dunking over Garrett Williamson there.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Budweiser Gardens.
The world has changed. Business has changed. You've changed. Is the practice of law keeping up? Find the answer. Visit siskins.com/change.
Well, we're coming to your city. Gonna play our guitars and sing you a country song. We'll all be flying higher than a jetliner. And if you want a little bang in your yin-yang, come along. Well, we flew through Cincinnati and we all got really happy. Grabbed a bowl of that Skyline chili along the way. Then we
Hey, Garrett, let's get some mozzarella. Mamma mia.
We're back here at Budweiser Gardens. Kyle Julius having a quick chat with his men. They're down by only 1 point after giving up a massive 32-25 first quarter against the Windsor Express. Battling back in this second quarter, outscoring Windsor 10-4. Again, we're halfway through this second quarter, 5.5 left in the first half. Inbound coming. This is Alex Johnson with it. Corey playing defense. Commons up top. Bennett takes it across. Williams Jr. Now here is Alex Johnson who misses that one. Williamson with a creative defensive rebound. Takes the ball from Loisel after that quick handoff. Brandon Robinson preparing to come into the game. Loisel tries to work around Kirk Williams Jr. Foul. No foul. My apologies. Here comes Shaq Keith. Strip to the ball. Yes, Garrett Williamson hands it off to Stephen Maxwell. London take the lead in an incredible fashion.
And if you're a fan, that's exactly the guy who you want to see get the ball with an open court in front of him. Stephen Maxwell, the thunderous dunk for the Lightning.
Bennett with it. Fires it across. This is Shaq Keith. Swatted there by Garrett Williamson, and the ref's going to blow that one down. 37-36, London with the lead.
I should take a moment to say apparently Adrian Moss chose to leave the Windsor Express and went home for personal reasons. I was incorrect in what I had said earlier in the broadcast.
Oh, thank you to the comment in the YouTube stream. Yes, that's correct. Of course, like we said before, it's almost too early, especially when that just happened, right? We didn't know any other information. That was the only thing we knew, was that he was released, that Eric Frederick had come in. So, yeah, thank you very much for the correction. And yeah, of course, it's just that early. You know, we weren't speculating or anything. That was just the case. Loiselle on the inbound, taken here by Nick Okori on this near side. Tony Bennett. Okori. Jumper's good.
Seems like London's finally starting to string together some offensive possessions where they actually make the basket. It seemed like each team was just all over the place, roller coaster on whether or not they were going to make a shot, miss it. Was there a foul just called?
I believe it was a foul against the London Lightning. They're first of the quarter. 4:13 on the clock in the second. Bennett looks down at Commons. Will take possession up against Kevin Loiselle. Can't get that one to go. The former Express player in Loiselle gets it. He's going to move it up the floor. Okori. Hop, skip, and a jump. Oh my goodness, what a pass from Nick Okori. Garrett Williamson unlucky not to finish that one. Shaq Keith on this far side. Works around Warren Ward. Passes it off rather to Chris Commons. No basket there. Looks like there's a foul call. 3:41 on the clock, 6 fouls for the Express, 2 for the London Lightning so far. Chris Commons going to the line here for 2. Over 150 games under Chris Commons' belt in the NBLC. That first shot's good. Averaging around 15 points per game over his career. Second shot's good. 40-39, the Express take the lead back. Okori down low. It's taken here by Commons, handed off to Tony Bennett. 3:25, Shaq Keith fires it across. Brandon Robinson for 3, no. Loiselle takes it. Brandon Robinson having a tough second quarter after starting so hot, especially from beyond the arc. Loiselle spins, loses possession, and now here come the Express. Kirk Williams Jr. bounce pass, Robinson. 42-39.
And just like that, the momentum swung back in Windsor's favor, pardon me. And the London Lightning find themselves down again after they worked so hard to claw their way back. It's been a very, very, very low scoring second quarter compared to what we're used to seeing from these teams. It's only been 14-10 compared to the 32-25 first quarter there. Looking at some of the numbers, Windsor shooting 48%, London shooting 44%. Decent numbers, but way down from where they had been in that first quarter. London probably going to be kicking themselves over missed free throws. They're only 5 of 10 from the free throw line. They're out-rebounding Windsor 21-18 right now. Leading scorers for the London Lightning, 13 points for Stephen Maxwell, 4 rebounds, 11 points for Warren Ward. Looking at the Windsor Express, 12 points from Shaq Keith, 10 points from Chris Commons, and 10 points as well from Brendan Robinson. He also has 5 assists and 3 rebounds, so he's doing a lot for the Windsor Express right now. As we come out of this timeout, London Lightning, only 3 minutes left in the second quarter. I think Marty has won his Roll Up the Rim Cup, which is also big news here, so at least London's going to be winning something here.
I wasn't just rolling up the rim, I was, I'm sorry.
You won though, I mean, why not?
I did, yeah. I won't mention the specific brand associated with Roll Up the Rim. We're waiting to get paid from them. Inbound coming from Garrett Williamson, 42-39, 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. Of course, what's cooking with Bill Evans coming up at halftime. Williamson off to Ryan Anderson. Looks down low, Warren Ward, top of the key. With his space down low, you just see Kirk Williams Jr. there alone. And Ward's gonna try it. Moves it up, it's good.
Warren Ward, they shouldn't even take him out of the game at this point. He's one of the few guys who are consistently putting the ball through the basket. He's got 13 in this game.
This is Brandon Robinson with it. Fires it. Tony Bennett. Top of the key. Jumper. It's good. Another friendly roll there from Tony Bennett.
And another former Lightning player causing them a little bit of grief now. Tony Bennett, one of the better floor general point guards here in NBL Canada. He had 17 assists in that clash at the Coliseum. Just a great distributor.
Williamson stripped to the ball, and that's a nice finish there by Stephen Maxwell on the far side of the hoop. 2 minutes to go. 44-43. Bennett. Shaq Keith down in the corner. Gonna fire it across instead. Brandon Robinson. Anderson swatting at him, and they're gonna blow that one down. It's another foul against Ryan Anderson, his third of the game so far.
One of the mini basketballs rolled out onto the court there. That could have been bad if a player stepped on that.
Definitely a tripping hazard for sure. Inbound coming. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Minute 47 on the game clock. Bennett moves it around, fires in the corner. Shaq Keith for three. He's got it. 47-43.
Shaq Keith loaded with potential. He actually spent time at Raptors 905 camp during the offseason. He's been a very good player here for the Windsor Express. He's also one of the youngest, as apparently there's an offensive foul. Nick O'Corey just sort of threw the ball at the basket, and that worked. But it's going to be going the other way now, Windsor ball.
Minute and a half left in this second quarter. The foul is going to go against Warren Ward, his third as well. So both Ryan Anderson and Warren Ward up to 3 fouls in this game. We're about halfway. Bennett moves around Warren Ward, but he's going to draw another foul.
Basket's not going to count, though.
So Warren Ward coming out of the game, as you can see, just having a quick chat there with the bench. Tyshawn Patterson making way to replace. Minute 19 left. 6 fouls for the Express, 5 for the London Lightning. Ryan Anderson getting set to defend the inbound here from the Express. Shaq Keith with it, up top. Moves around Garrett Williamson, but another foul. And you see Williamson taking blame for that one. Minute 12. Inbound coming. Shaq Keith again. Bennett collects again. Takes it up top. Commons collects that one, but it's going to be another foul against Garrett Williamson.
What, did he break his personal bubble?
And it looks like the refs are going to send Chris Commons to the line. Well, obviously, now that they're over the limit, my apologies. So Williamson having a quick chat with the ref there just off to the side. As you can see, Chad Bosmus coming into the game to replace Stephen Maxwell. 47-43. Chris Commons at the line. Garrett Williamson, back-to-back fouls. Williamson now with 3 fouls. Warren Ward with 4. Ryan Anderson with 3. That's just the lineup that's out there right now for the London Lightning. O'Corey works around Williamson here. Commons nearly sends him over the line. Gonna take it up. Gonna be short, but gets the ball. Really athletic stuff from Nick O'Corey. Tyshawn Patterson for 3. No good. Taken here by Tony Bennett. Garrett Williamson staring him down, trying to move him over. Fires across. This is Commons up top. He can shoot a 3. Maybe not from that far out. 35 seconds left. Patterson moves it up the court. He's calling Posthumus in. Works around Commons. Hands it off to Anderson. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Shaq Keith playing D here. Tyshawn Patterson fakes the 3. Moves it around, finds a lane. His pass to Posthumus doesn't make it. There's 1 second on the shot clock.
Good defense here from Windsor, especially in these final seconds. London unable to get any sort of momentum. It looked like they might have had it around the middle of this quarter, but Windsor just shut them down as we see a forced shot there for Posthumus.
6 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock has expired. 4-3. Kirk Williams Jr. No good. Taken here by Ryan Anderson. This shot will not make it, and that will end the second quarter and first half. The Windsor Express off to a great start in that first quarter and still managed to head into halftime with a lead, 49-43. Bill Ovens, how are you?
Good. I like right there with about 3 minutes to go. I thought London had finally grabbed momentum and they were going to take this game by the scruff of the neck, or pick a metaphor, but they didn't.
Well, except for the very beginning when the Windsor Express just surged ahead, no team's really been able to get any momentum.
No, and I think that plays to Windsor's advantage. I think Windsor's playing like a kitty bar the door kind of game tonight, and they really have to play it. London early on looked actually a little nervous, like they were trying a little bit too hard. They wanted to go racehorse basketball and bury Windsor fast. Windsor hit some good shots right off the bat and slowed the tempo down. So Windsor is controlling the tempo, I think, better than London, but nobody's getting momentum yet.
Right. Garrett Williamson's return. I know you wanted to talk about that. He's back in the lineup. Your thoughts on his performance so far?
I think he's looking a little rusty, but but the passion's there. I saw him just before the game. He walked on the shoot around, and I looked at him. And I said, "You playing tonight?" And he gave me like the devil stare, and yup. And I said, "Okay, I'm not going to talk to you anymore because I don't want to mess up your pregame routine." And he looked really, really focused. I think it was. I thought when he did the baseline dunk, that I was like 17, 16 or something. I thought that was going to do it, and it's just like every time they get some momentum, anytime the game gets some rhythm, somebody commits an infraction. That's the only thing I can assume because a referee's whistle goes.
Well, we've seen it in the other game that happened between Windsor and London when Windsor won. I believe that was January 3rd. It was such a close game, and it just came down to that Brandon Robinson three at the very end. And we saw in that game it was just such a tactical masterclass between both coaches, and I think we're going to see something later on in this game, especially in the second half, more like a chess match, right?
Oh, I think so, because it's exacerbated by the fouls to O'Corey. He gets 3 quick ones, and then now Ward's got another one, and they got Maxwell off the floor near the end, right near the end. It's going to be a case of, who have I got left at the last 5 minutes of the game? This is the sort of game that could develop into like an NBA game, in that they say, well, why do you bother watching? Just watch the last 5 minutes. But it's the first bunch that once you get to the last 5 minutes, who is this coach got available? Who is that coach got available? And it's going to be a real chess match for Julius tonight.
Ryan Anderson, one player that's having a good game so far today, had a better game against St. John, going 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. He's a guy who's improving.
Ryan Anderson looks really focused. I read in the paper like he didn't feel like he had his legs there, but I was watching the last game, and boy, his head's there. He's running around the floor, and he's not making a dumb decision. If you want to watch Ryan Anderson, just watch him for a few minutes when you're watching on the webcast. He doesn't make a dumb decision, and he's always in a good position. It looks boring as all get out, but you got 5 guys doing that. The other team can't do anything. And when his shooting eye comes back in, and it's not even an if, when his shooting eye gets fully back in, he's a scary, dangerous shot from outside.
Well, Anderson's a lot like this London Lightning team. I know we were talking about this before, but they're, London's kind of evolving, I guess, is the way of thinking about it. They've obviously been improving along the way, but you're kind of debating between whether or not they're getting better or they're evolving.
Yeah, I define them differently. I think that London could get better, but that would mean they're just doing the same thing they've always been doing, but doing it faster, doing it more efficiently, a higher percentage here, higher percentage there. But I think they're at a point with their athletes that they could actually evolve. They could, sort of bring new things into the game. They can, decide what player is better with another player in a defensive situation, who's better with another player in an offensive situation. I was talking to Coach Julius before the game, and trying to bend his ear a little bit, and believe it or not, he told me that of the 9 games he won in a row, 3 of them he was happy with. The other 6, and what he if he could get his wish, he wants more practice time. He's got so much more stuff he wants to stick into the offense. He's got so much more stuff he wants to stick into the defense, and he just doesn't have the practice time to do it. And if he gets some practice time to do it, this London team, I think, will evolve.
Well, I know you wanted to talk about Gabe Freeman from that St. John game. Elephant in the room, as you called him last halftime show. The elephant's now left the room.
I think the elephant has left the room, and Gabe is the metaphor for the elephant. You know, Gabe is a really good player. He established it at the beginning of the game, first 7 points, a steal, a couple of rebounds. Like, he's all that in a bag of chips. But the elephant that's leaving the room is the day and age where you can have a great star and 4 guys just feeding him the ball.
No.
It's gone. And London showed it. He got 18 points in the first half. Then in the second half, he became irrelevant. So you got your big star, and he becomes irrelevant because you throw a zone defense. Then you throw a man-to-man defense. And he's never not being checked by a guy that's fresh, and he's never not the focus. And if somebody else doesn't come up and score, well, it's just not going to happen. So, you know, bye-bye elephant of the star in the room. But listen, don't discount Gabe as a basketball player. This is not meant to be in any way locker room material for Gabe. Gabe, you're a great player. You can carry that team. There is one way that strategy works, and that's if the other team is using it. You know.
Absolutely. Well, that'll just about wrap it up for us. Bill, thank you very much.
Thanks,
a pleasure
Marty.
as always. We'll
And
see you next week.
Next time.
Absolutely.
Okay, talk to you.
We're going to take a quick break here. 49-43, the Express with the lead here.
C'è la luna mezza mare, mamma mia, mia mare. Che mia cutterara, mamma mia.
Hey, Garrett, let's get some mozzarella.
Zumba, zumba, baccola. Oh, mamma, zumba, zumba, baccola.
Mamma mia.
Oh, mamma, zumba, zumba, baccola. Zumba, 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 baccola.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah,
Don't forget to check out the Oxford Dodge Shoot to Win booth just outside the King Club. Sign up to compete on the court in the third quarter break for your chance to win a brand new Jeep Cherokee on the last home game of the season.
This is our Fiat 500,
Sweet.
and tell me what you guys think.
Oh, this is awesome. I can work with this. This car seems pretty good, although it's a little tighter than I imagined. That's a car, man.
What about this hot rod right here? What do you guys think?
I think we might get in a little too much trouble in this one.
Yeah.
Might get a couple tickets. Yeah.
Jeep Cherokee is our most popular SUV,
Okay.
and it's very stylish and affordable, as you can see.
Oh wow, this is great.
Yes.
No, this is. Hey, I actually fit in this one too.
Tons of room inside. All right, guys, why don't you guys come in? What do you guys think?
I think we're gonna go with the Cherokee. Yeah, definitely the Cherokee. That's
Great,
awesome.
excellent.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The world has changed. Business has changed. You've changed. Is the practice of law keeping up? Find the answer. Visit siskins.com/change.
Thanks. I'm here with Island head coach Joe Salerno. Joe, you're the most winningest coach in MBLC history. Talk a bit about that. I mean, it's quite an achievement, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think I give an awful lot of credit to the Storm organization, itself. I think just having the longevity that I've had with them and keeping a consistency, with myself and our coaching staff all together, I think that's a big reason why we've been successful as an organization over the last 3 or 4 years. So, it's a nice milestone to hit. It's something I'm proud of. But there was a lot of people, like I said, my assistant coaches, the ownership group, my wife, you know, people like that supported me through it. So, yeah, it's a nice thing to have.
Looking back to that first year, I know you guys didn't have the best year, but that patience in that ownership group really proved to be very valuable for this franchise.
Oh, no question at all. I mean, coming into that first season, I think I was hired about 3 weeks before training camp started. You know, so I really didn't have the opportunity to put the players in place that we may have wanted to. We went 12-24 that season, you know, and that's a record a lot of coaches can get fired for. You know, so Duncan Shaw, he just showed a lot of faith, and he believed in me, and he brought me back. And you know, since then, it's worked out pretty well for all of us.
When it comes to the on-court stuff, we've been told for years that the league's very much like a guard-heavy league. We've been told certain things, but the league's been progressing so much. What are some big technical things that have changed with the league in terms of how these teams are playing and how these players are playing?
Yeah, I think really it's just the talent overall. And I think one thing you have found now is basketball in general over the last 10 years, bigger players are becoming more skilled. And I think that's something you see in this league with guys 6'7", 6'8", that can play the 3 or the 2-3. That changes the game a lot. It changes the game from, you know, it's more of an up and down game, and it seems like it's more guard heavy because those players, it seems like there's 4 guards on the court all the time, you know. So that's one thing I think, just the talent overall, the league continues to get better every single year. We're seeing higher end college players coming in from some of the best programs, you know, in the United States, and you know, it's really it's a tough league for sure.
One last question: most talented player that you got to coach over these 5 years?
Oh man,
Nick Okorie, maybe?
Well, you know, Nick would be right there. He would certainly be right there. You know, Nick Okorie comes to mind. Brandon Robinson, you know, I had him for a couple years as well. Omari Johnson, who's playing in the D League right now. He was with the Trailblazers training camp. But if you're talking pure talent, you know, Josiah Turner, you know, the guy who we actually just recently picked up, played for me 3 years ago, just an extremely talented point guard. So I've had a lot of them over the past. I've been very fortunate to have those guys, and you know, it's a big record, a big reason why you know that record was broken. Those guys.
All right, well, we're wrapped up. Thank you very much. Back to you guys.
I'm the oldest of 4 kids, so when we were younger, we just go back and play, and my father loved basketball. He instilled a good work ethic. I feel like it's always good to have mentors, especially at a young age, someone to look up to, maybe someone to confide in. Growing up, my siblings, I definitely felt an added responsibility to do the right thing. Set an example for them, because I knew they were watching my every move. Doesn't matter race, age, sex, whatever it is, it's a game that can be played by anybody. The guard usually tries to dictate the tempo, try to keep guys' emotions in check when the game's not going our way or things aren't going our way. The team's almost like a family in a sense. Somebody has your back on defense or on offense, off the floor. These are your brothers for the next couple months while we're playing, so we have to count on each other. You try and stay positive, whether they miss a shot or make a turnover, you try to encourage them to go on to the next play, and especially when things aren't going your way or somebody's yelling at you or telling you can't do something, you just laugh about it and go out there and prove them wrong. If you treat people the right way, then your teammates, your coaches, fans, everybody will kind of give you respect in return. You never know what someone's going through at their home life or how they're feeling inside. You definitely want to support them and try and stop the bullying if you see it or see them being mistreated, because your efforts can go a long way.
Windsor 49, London 43. The Express with the lead here at Budweiser Gardens. Marty Thompson, Chris Croucher up in the booth as we get set for this third quarter and second half. Windsor with a very good result so far anyways, away from home.
It's been pretty much everything Windsor could ask for, especially that second quarter. They played well defensively. However, they didn't shoot terribly well. Neither team has really given much in terms of their difference. Windsor playing a little bit better defensively, London just not making some shots. Windsor letting London hang around a bit longer than they probably should. I mean, the way the Lightning have been shooting, especially in that second quarter, Windsor Express could have a bigger lead than this, but they didn't make their own shots, so they find themselves here.
Tony Bennett back out onto the floor. He's got possession. Here's Windsor Express again with a 49-43 lead. Commons backs all the way in over Warren Ward, and it's too easy for the big man. 51-43. Corey moves it up for the Lightning. Thinks the ball away there from Brandon Robinson. Tries to work around Robinson here. Fires it. Patterson takes it along the baseline. Over, up. No good. Taken here by Bennett. Windsor in red. London in white. Marty Thompson, Chris Croucher up in the booth here. Bennett ushers Kirk Williams Jr. away. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Double team there. Taken here by Robinson. Looks for the jumper. Fires it. Baseline jumper there from Kirk Williams Jr. is no good.
Great pass from Robinson, though. Really threaded a needle to find Kirk Williams there, just to the right of the basket.
And you saw that also in the second quarter. I think it was a no-look pass, similar style. You see a great three there from Warren Ward. A no-look pass from Robinson, who's basically in the post, just kind of like looked fired. I believe he found Shaquille Keith on that play. He's proven to be a very, very talented playmaker as well as a scorer, as you see a foul being called on the other side of the court.
Offensive foul. I'm not sure who that was against there, but Tyshawn Patterson doing a good job drawing that charge there. Bennett is the player who's going to be called on that offensive foul. But looking at what Brandon Robinson can bring to a team is he's a guy who it's not inconceivable that he could lead the Windsor Express in every single major category on a given night. He just does a lot for this team. He has a lot of ability. He can play small forward, but he also can operate much like a point guard does. He just really contributes in every spot on the floor.
Williamson with a great play at the hoop. Nick Okori with the pass there.
Williamson's been really been a go-getter in this game. He's trying to get his way to the basket. It hasn't really dropped for him as much as he'd like, but he's really putting in the effort and showing the energy of a guy who's been dying to get back into a game.
Chris Commons, distance two, airballs it. Taken here by Williamson. Maxwell collects, stripped to the ball. Down low, Kirk Williams Jr. Can't get that one to go. No foul call as well as he goes tumbling into the ad board. Here's Patterson. He's fouled by Tony Bennett.
I think on the other end of the floor there, Williams was expecting a lot more contact, and then there was barely any, so he kind of just went for a spill. Then on the other end here, Patterson just aggressive towards the hoop. He's going to find himself at the free throw line. A little quiet for Tyshawn Patterson. We're used to seeing this guy light it up. However, he hasn't scored from the floor at all tonight. His 2 points in the game have all been from the free throw line. He's going to look to add 2 more here.
0 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc as well. We have yet to see Mustafa Jones. Jones didn't play last night either. Taylor Black has yet to feature for London, and of course Akeem Wright away tonight for the birth of his child. Robinson, Commons, Bennett's calling for it. Gets the ball there in behind the London Lightning defenders. Shaquille Keith. Oh, sends a Corey tumbling. Kirk Williams Jr. too easy on that finish.
And again, Nick Okori finds himself in the post as we're going to have a timeout here for the London Lightning. Of course, Cal Julius didn't like what he saw there. Goes right out to Tyshawn Patterson for a talk.
You just get a good look there at Kirk Williams Jr. and Chris Commons returning to the Windsor bench. For Tony Jones, it's been a good game. It's been a good game so far for the Windsor Express. We know that they've got London's number, of course, getting 2 games on them. And again, as they head into a timeout, just having a quick chat there. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we're back here at Budweiser Gardens after that timeout. Again, the Express 53, London 49. 9:26 left in this third frame. Nick Okori getting set on the inbound on the baseline, hands it off to Garrett Williamson, who will move it up the floor. Okori with possession. One final update on that St. John Moncton game. The Mill Rats beat Moncton 123 to 111. That's a final. Also Niagara and Orangeville in action tonight. The A's up 50 to 48. 8 minutes to go in the third there. Bennett to Robinson. Bit of space there for him. Hands it back to Bennett. Williams Jr. Williams off to Robinson. Bennett, corner three. He's got it. See the Windsor Express bench standing up there. Tony Bennett makes it 56 to 49 for the Windsor Express. Patterson. Ward calling for it on this near side, so he'll give it off to Garrett Williamson. Shaq Keith playing defense. Okori fakes out Brandon Robinson, takes it up. No good. Collected here by Bennett. He looks up. Alley-oop. Shaq Keith elects to keep possession. Likely a smart play there from the 22-year-old. Off to Robinson up top. Gonna try to find Commons down low, and I think they like that mismatch. My apologies, that's Kirk Williams Jr., and that's Tony Bennett from beyond the arc.
Tony Bennett's able to catch fire, and when he gets that hot hand, you really got to look out. He can score like very few others. Very good three-point shooter, and good at creating his own shot, too.
A microwave, if you will. Tyshawn Patterson, good for two at the very top of the key. Bennett moves it across half. Patterson playing D. Chris Commons for three, very top, and it's good. The Express on a massive 13-6 run to start this third quarter.
Chris Commons just a very good player in this league for a long time. That shot's not going to go for Okori.
Williamson, bounce pass. Maxwell finishes.
Going back to Chris Commons, though, he's been a veteran in this league. He's been very, very good for a long, long time. And he's one of those guys, he can play that stretch four role, but he's also a lot tougher in the post than people think. He's got 17 points tonight. He's really leading the way for Windsor.
A shot from Robinson rims out. Warren Ward will move the ball up. Patterson can't keep possession. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds as well.
Creeping sideline strikes again.
Ryan Anderson comes into the game. Patterson will make way. 7 minutes to go in this third frame. Bennett takes the inbound from Chris Commons, who lugs it across, gets the ball back. Keith. No changes yet for the Express in this third quarter. Halfway through it. Williams Jr. in the post. Fires it out. Commons. He's going to work his way down low. He's been effective down there tonight. There's another 2 points for him.
Chris Commons and Tony Bennett both feeling it right now, and that's given Windsor a lot of breathing space now. 64-53 game.
Okori. This is Anderson with it to Williamson. Can't find the lane. He'll kick it out, and that's good from Nick Okori.
Nick Okori's been a little quiet tonight, but he's been doing a good job dishing the ball, but he can shoot it too. He makes that three. Gets London a little bit closer to Windsor here.
Keith with the ball on the far side. 6 minutes to go in the third. Bennett steps around, fades. short. Taken here by Anderson, fires it up to Nick Okori. Drop pass to Warren Ward. The 3 rims out. Bennett collects the ball here, moves it across. See Brandon Robinson moving down low. Commons moving down low as well. 2 players in the near post there. Well, making a bit of room for Bennett to move underneath. No good. Taken here by Kirk Williams Jr. Tipped around and eventually collected here by Maxwell. Off to Warren Ward. London keep possession after that pressure. No look pass from Okori is short. Williams fires it across. Shaq Keith gives it off to Chris Commons. Express 66, London Lightning 56.
Incredibly sloppy play there from the London Lightning. Did a good job forcing the initial turnover, but then coming back the other way, awful. Windsor's doing an excellent job on both sides of the court right now.
Warren Ward works around Keith, takes it up, and it's good. 66 to 58, 4:45 on the clock. Bennett. Off to Keith. See Williams down top of the key there. He's going to work down low up against Warren Ward. Robinson with possession. 3 changes coming up for the Lightning. Just 1 for the Windsor Express. That's Tony Bennett. Another 3 for Mr. Bennett.
And just like that, Tony Bennett has 9 of his 11 points all in this quarter, and he's a guy that can really fill up the bucket.
Williamson. This is Warren Ward for 3. Tony Bennett in his face still gets that one to go.
Warren Ward is just feeling it from 3-point land. I'm surprised they haven't been giving the ball even more. He's now 5 of 7 from beyond the arc for 21 points.
Bennett charges down low and looks like he's going to draw a foul. Again, 3 changes coming up here for London. Mustafa Jones, Marcus Capers, and Chad Bosmus coming into the game. Jones making his first appearance in the game. It looks like Nick Okori, Garrett Williamson, and Stephen Maxwell will be making way. Also looks like Alex Superman Johnson is coming in, set to come in to replace Tony Bennett once Bennett takes his 2 shots here. First shot's no good from Bennett. A couple of jeers from the crowd. Former London Lightning player. Gets the second shot, makes it 70 to 61. Windsor also adding Jamal McQueen rather, as you see Bennett stepping off the court. Jamal McQueen coming into the game to replace Shaq Keith. London get possession here, 4 minutes to go in the third. Jones playing the 1 here, it appears. Bosmus with possession down low. Bit of a mismatch there as you want to see Bosmus calling for that. It's no good. Robinson. Step over, fires it. Lots of space here for Alex Johnson. Misses it, and it's tipped out. So it's going to be Windsor ball. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound coming from McQueen. Again, the former Windsor Lancer. Windsor native. Off to Johnson, the fellow Canadian. Robinson in motion, steps back. Nearly loses the ball. It looks like the ball will be forced out by Capers, 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Not sure what happened there for Brendan Robinson, one of the more reliable ball handlers, but looks like he couldn't handle that one.
McQueen on the inbound. Williams hands it off to Commons. Looks like they're getting set to give it off to Johnson, but the refs will blow things down.
A little jostling there between Mustafa Jones and Jamal McQueen. I think McQueen's going to take that foul and Lightning ball.
3:21 on the clock in the third. Looks like the A's lead Niagara 60 to 55. 5 minutes to go in the third there. Ward moves around Posthumus. Can't keep possession. Here comes Kirk Williams Jr. Capers in his face. Massive block from number 34 in white. Posthumus in the post, fires it across. Ryan Anderson takes it off of Jones. And the ref's going to blow things down. Looks like it's going to be a foul against Windsor.
Yeah, they're going to say push. Another foul on McQueen right there.
3 minutes to go in the third. Inbound coming. Jones with it. Mustafa Jones didn't play in the last game against St. John. Anderson, bounce pass, Capers, stripped to the ball there by Brandon Robinson. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Robinson gets it back again. McQueen to his right. He gives it off to Kirk Williams Jr. That was Alex Johnson with the assist.
Lightning get way too fancy on the offensive end. They could have made another quick pass around the arc to open up that shot.
Ward on the far side, 72-61 for three. It's good. London needed that, bringing this lead down to just 72-64.
And if you're Warren Ward, why not? That gives him 6 3-pointers on 8 attempts, and he is feeling it right now. 24 points for the London native.
You compare that with his last game, definitely good percentages from the on the arc for Warren Ward. Capers, again, why not? Number 10. Can't get that one to go. Bosmus with the offensive rebound, stripped to the ball, and again, Bosmus looking for that call. Commons fires it across. Johnson takes it back, corner three, no. Offensive rebound by Commons, will not go. Ward will hand it off to Mustafa Jones. Bosmus down low in the post, takes it. Ryan Anderson, 4-3, no good. London trying to get that three ball going. Minute and a half left in the third. They're down 72-64. 4 fouls for the Express, just 1 for London Lightning in this third quarter. McQueen hands it off to Brandon Robinson. Robinson moves around, stripped to the ball there by Ryan Anderson, who's going to move it around, and that's going to be a foul against Alex Johnson as Ryan Anderson sprinted down the court. So a couple changes here for the Express. Looks like Kirk Williams Jr. and Brandon Robinson are coming out to the game. Vercelli and also it appears that Tony Bennett have come into the game. Capers. Minute 10. Warren Ward with it. Capers. Ryan Anderson.
Ryan Anderson, he knows how to make those big threes. He did it for Windsor last year, and now he's a weapon for London, and that's going to make this a much tighter lead than Windsor really wants to come out of this quarter with. 72-67, 48 seconds to go.
Fired across, McQueen up top to Alex Johnson. 5 seconds on the shot clock, Tony Bennett. McQueen tipped it, he's going to get the offensive rebound, but the refs are going to call a foul, and a little bit of rough stuff there as you see Capers all kind of fired up. Not exactly sure what happened down low. Chris, I'm not sure if you caught that either.
I didn't catch what happened. It looked like they had just gotten a little bit of a scramble. You know, not the first time we've seen Windsor and London jostling with each other after a play, of course, as they try and figure out this foul situation here.
Will Bolden preparing to come on.
Oh, it looked like Capers, and I didn't see who that was for Windsor, actually had each other in almost headlocks there.
Everyone's staying on the court here for now. Capers is still in, obviously. He's moving up the court. Jones. Anderson in motion. Mustafa Jones for three. It's good. 2-point game. Just like that, London getting the three ball going, getting a couple of stops. And here's Brandon Robinson with it. Looks like this will be likely the last shot of the quarter. Shot clock, game clock just seconds off. 7 seconds left. McQueen, distance two. The fade's good from Jamal McQueen. Anderson won't get that shot off in time. So the Express remain with the lead here heading into the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Budweiser Gardens.
What is going on, guys? It is time for the Oxford Dodge Shoot to Win. My name's Ryan.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah.
Don't forget to check out the Oxford Dodge Shoot to Win booth just outside the King Club. Sign up to compete on the court in the third quarter break for your chance to win a brand new Jeep Cherokee on the last home game of the season.
see the referees having a quick chat there after that little dust-up we had to end that third quarter. And these two teams obviously play each other quite often, but it's always been heated. You see Ryan Anderson clapping off as the contestant drained that free throw. The Express with a 4-point lead here at Budweiser Gardens. Marty Thompson and Chris Croucher with the call for this fourth quarter. It's going to be an exciting fourth quarter as well. London kind of coming around in that third quarter, closing that gap near the end. Postmus hands it off to Warren Ward. We're underway for this fourth quarter. Capers moves along the baseline. Postmus in the post, up against Vergelli. The hook's good. 74-72, another 2-point game here. Postmus, the man draining that one. Bennett. Bolden setting the screen. Bennett contested three over top of Capers. That's going to be a tough shot most of the time. See Mustafa Jones taking it back to Capers. Going to take it up. Offensive foul. Capers not happy about that. Remains a 2-point game. That's the first foul of the quarter. One for the Lightning, obviously 0 for the Express. Inbound coming. Alex Johnson takes it up. See Bolden just moving into place ahead of him. Bolden, or my apologies, Bennett with it. Now here's Bolden. Bennett fakes the three over top of Capers. Hands it off. Alex Johnson, it's tipped by Capers, out of play. 4 seconds on the shot clock. We're a minute into this fourth quarter. McQueen getting set on the inbound. Johnson in motion, takes it. Bennett forced to shoot over top of Capers and going to be short there. Anderson moves along the baseline and now along the far side. Moves the ball up the court. Tries to get rid of McQueen. The shot's no good. Capers gets a big offensive rebound. Can London tie this game up? Posthumus off to Warren Ward. Mustafa Jones with it, obviously with that fresh shot clock. 15 seconds on it now. Ward, bit of space. It's good. London take the lead.
Warren Ward really feeling it right now. Kyle Julius took a risk by keeping him in the game this long. He's actually been sitting at 4 fouls for a while now, as the Express are going to take a timeout here. But Warren Ward was sitting at 4 fouls for most of this game. Julius took a risk knowing that you can't take him out. He's our hottest shooter right now. And so far, that's paying dividends for the London Lightning.
The Lightning with the lead here at Budweiser Gardens. As we mentioned, that third quarter, London able to edge Windsor 27-25. Actually able to win the second quarter as well, 18-17. But again, the story of the game really was that start of the game and how Windsor were able to jump out to a 10-point lead. I think it was around 15-5 at one point, and never really looked back and did a really good job in that first quarter, but London's slowly been crawling back.
Well, it's been forever since London actually had a lead, and now they finally get one back here. Windsor's done a good job of controlling the pace of this game, but they just lost it a little bit at the end of the third there. And London's got Warren Ward feeling it right now, 27 points. He had 31 in that opening night, and it was very similar fashion where he started the scoring and then he ended it too, and London looking to him to do that same thing here.
London 11 for 23 from beyond the arc. Warren Ward with 7 of those. Another big number to keep in mind is the rebounding in this game. London really out-rebounding the Windsor Express. 40 for London, 29 for the Express.
More importantly, the offensive rebounds for London, 10-4. London's been getting a bunch of second chances that Windsor is not. In fact, Windsor doesn't have a single second chance point in this game. That's one of the ways that London's been able to come back in this game. However, London's been kind of getting buried by their turnovers. It was a lot worse, the differential earlier. Part of why London's coming back is that they fixed that. But at the end of the day, they still have 18 turnovers in the game, and that's turned into 23 Windsor points. So London doing a better job of controlling the ball, not being quite as sloppy on the offensive end, and just making sure they really treasure the ball when they have it.
Alex Johnson with possession. Mustafa Jones matching up against him. Bolden to Bennett. Johnson 10 seconds on the shot clock, 10-17 left in the game. Bennett in the corner, fires it across, the ball falls out off of Posthumus' hands. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Kind of interesting how ineffective Chad Posthumus has been in this game. They haven't really looked to him much. At the same time, he had 25 points in that game against Windsor at the Coliseum, and only 2 here tonight.
Bolden takes the ball. Alex Johnson moves it in. Kirk Williams Jr. with the offensive rebound, but he's stripped of it. Capers gives it off to Warren Ward. Round of applause here from the London crowd. Posthumus down low up against Bolden. Warren Ward, why not? Oh, so close for number 10 in white. Bennett looks at the pass, gives it to Bolden, gets it back. Tries to work around Posthumus, fires. This is Kirk Williams Jr. He's going to miss that. Taken by Warren Ward and out of Mustafa Jones. Ward down low to Posthumus. Lots of space as he slams that one.
And there's Chad Posthumus, a sleeping bear. He's waking up a bit here in this 4th quarter for the London Lightning, and they could use him. Warren Ward can't do it all for you, so Chad Posthumus starting to add some contributions.
Maurice Bolden for 3. Frustration there from Warren Ward, who was marking him. Not good, 77 all. Not good if you're a London Lightning fan or player at this point.
Maurice Bolden, such a mismatch waiting to happen. At 6'10", he's so tall, but he plays the small forward spot exceptionally well because he can use that height to create mismatches, but he's also quick enough to keep up with wings.
Posthumus takes it. The ref's going to blow that down. It's going to be traveling. And Kyle Julius quite upset on that far side, having a quick chat with the referees. Maybe a contentious chat, I would venture to say. And Posthumus also frustrated, as you see, and as you can hear, the boos rang down here at Budweiser Gardens.
I do not like that call at all from the refs. I think they might be a little justified here.
Chris Commons comes into the game to replace Maurice Bolden.
I don't think you can call that one. Just saw, we have a delay, of course, on the stream, so I just saw the play again. I don't know how that one gets called.
Robinson looks down low, takes it up top to Kirk Williams Jr. Commons can't get on the other end of that pass. 77 all, 8:32 on the clock.
Well, ball don't lie, so it's going to be London ball going the other way.
Ward has a quick chat with the ref as he walks down with the ball. Anderson with it now. Waits for a bit of motion. Capers with it. Ward down low. He's up against Chris Commons. Fade. No good. Taken here by Robinson. Quick to move it up the court. Quick to hand it off. This is Chris Commons for 3. Anderson tips it to Mustafa Jones. London get the ball back. 8 minutes to go in this game. Anderson moves it underneath. Gives it to Posthumus. No foul call, but he drains 2.
Chad Posthumus again having a great 4th quarter here. He's going to give the London Lightning a 2-point lead. We have a big finish coming up, folks.
7:40 on the clock. Robinson with possession on the far side. Commons working down low, trying to get in the post up against Warren Ward. Cross ball pass is no good. Cross court pass, rather. Tony Bennett with that shot. Mustafa Jones moving it up. Ward to Posthumus down low. Mustafa Jones for 3. No.
I think the fans would have blown the roof off the building if that one had gone in. Fans are really back into this game. It was a little quiet to start, but they're here and they're getting loud.
Robinson with possession in this near corner. Distance 2. No good. Commons gets the ball, and you see Mustafa Jones going to ground. I'm going to venture to say that the refs initially blew that down as a foul against Jones. And there's a timeout by the Windsor Express. Tony Jones electing to have a quick chat with his team. 7 minutes to go in this quarter as you see Jones limbering down towards the bench on this near side. 79-77. As we said, it's going to be a very interesting finish to this game. We've seen it before, London and Windsor, very, very close games, and the one that we were talking about before was that January 3rd game when Windsor beat London, just keeping it close, and then it was that clutch shot from Brandon Robinson at the end that really did it in. It looks like we're going to see a similar game here today.
And that's the thing with the Windsor Express. The one mistake they made is they never finished off the London Lightning. They kept letting them hang around, and London, way too dangerous a team to let that happen for. There's still plenty of time, though, and a lot of basketball to be played, but London shooting really, really well at 46%. You don't want to let them hang around the way that Windsor has. I like the fact that they found other options. Really, it was Warren Ward that kept this game at the distance that it was at for the entirety of the game. Warren Ward is the guy who really kept London propped up. But now that Ward's cooled off a bit, they've got Chad Posmus going, and they're starting to get some other guys who are starting to feel it. One guy who's quietly been very effective for the London Lightning, and I didn't even notice how many points he had until I just looked at it. 17 points from Stephen Maxwell, 6 rebounds as well on 7 of 8 shooting.
We're about to get back underway here. 7 minutes to go.
I should say Bill just handed me a note about the last 2 Windsor timeouts, and I have to agree. They're not about strategy. Windsor's starting to look a little tired, and they've been very reliant on that starting rotation all game and even all year, trying to work in some new pieces too, and it looks like they might be getting a little tired out there.
We haven't seen Theo Davis for a while. Also, Eric Frederick also has been playing. Ward has the possession. Mustafa Jones on this near side, in motion, gets the ball back. Taken here by Ryan Anderson. Moves over, 4-3. Capers, offensive rebound. Loses the ball, and that's going to be a jump ball. It looks like it's going Windsor's way. Commons getting set on the inbound. Nick Okori comes back into the game. Mustafa Jones making way. You're talking about the depth that London has. You've got Okori who's on that on the starting 5, but other than that, you got Warren Ward, and that's it. Ryan Anderson, Capers, and Posmus all coming off the bench. Brandon Robinson off to Shaq Keith, who's coming to this game. He draws a foul. He's going to go to the line. Trying to tie this game up. 79-77, 6:19 left.
Slower pace to this last little stretch here. Really actually plays into Windsor's favor. London, if Windsor is in fact tired, you want to be running the ball, continue to tucker them out. And again, London Lightning have the depth to do it. It's one of their calling cards all season has been the fact that they can rotate players in and out. Windsor, they're in the home stretch. They just got to make sure that they keep fighting, and that's not going to help.
Shaq Keith, 16 points to his name so far tonight. 4 assists, 1 rebound, 0 fouls. Looking at the foul trouble, it's really only affecting the Lightning right now. Warren Ward with 4, 3 for Nick Okori, Marcus Capers, and Ryan Anderson. 6:15. Okori moves it across. 5 assists, 7 points for him so far. This is Garrett Williamson. Okori, corner 3, he's going to draw the foul. Halfway through the 4th, and Nick Okori is going to go to the line for 3 shots.
You know, the free throw line hasn't been quite the advantage that London would like it to be. They're only shooting 50% from the line. That's a lot of charity points that they're losing right there.
Okori at the line for 3. First one's good. 83% from the line so far this year, contributing to the 16 points per game he's been averaging. Can't get that second one to go. Another quick update on the other game going on right now. Niagara and Orangeville tied 76 all. 9:18 on the clock. In that one, another close game happening in the Central Division tonight. Bennett off to Brandon Robinson along the baseline. Looks to dish. Alexa take it long to Tony Bennett. Stripped. Here comes Garrett Williamson. Weaves his way. Okori. Here comes Ryan Anderson. No good on the 3. Capers tips it. It's tipped around again. You see A big O there from the London crowd. Robinson, late pass. Kirk Williams Jr. can't keep the ball in.
Well, Windsor and London playing an excellent game of hot potato out there, but unfortunately it leads to no points either way. London's going to get the basketball here. As a fan, might want to work on his passing skills a bit there. It's going to be inbounded here to Nick O'Corey.
5:20 on the clock, 3 fouls for London, 1 for the Windsor Express so far in this fourth quarter. Corey draws another foul, can't get that shot to go. He's going to go to line for 2 attempts this time. So London off to a good start in this fourth quarter, outscoring the Express 10-4. And taking the lead. We talked about that first quarter by the Windsor Express. Momentum's really been an interesting talking point through this game, Chris. And I know that Bill talked about it at halftime. No one really seemed to have it throughout this entire game.
No one's been able to sustain it at all, really. It's just kind of been every shot made gets followed by a shot missed, and no one's really been able to get anything going on a consistent basis. London's finally starting to string some possessions together here. Unfortunately, they put themselves in a hole back in that first quarter, and it's coming back to bite them a bit here as it's only a 4-point lead.
Robinson fires it across to Shaq Keith. He's going to take it down the lane. It's good for the 22-year-old, make it 82-80, 5 minutes to go. McCory creeps across half on this near side. Moves around the Maxwell pick. Maxwell take the ball back. He's going to take on Commons. He's short. The ball's going to fall out off of Keith. Oh, my apologies, going to fall out off of Capers, who, as you can see just in the top corner, just
looks injured.
Looks like he tripped over something on this right in front of the net, and you see him kind of limbering off.
I think he might have landed on the mop that's used to wipe away the wet spots on the floor. And he's going to go straight to the bench.
Just being helped off as play continues. Bennett off to Shaq Keith. Works around Garrett Williamson. Falls into the London defenders, and that's traveling.
And that's probably the right call, as Shaq Keith was just kind of a whirling dervish towards the basket that time.
Again, London with a 2-point lead, and they've got the ball here as well. Williamson. Shaq Keith playing defense here. Works around. This is Warren Ward. Another 3. Another miss for Warren Ward. He's going to try to get the ball back, though. He'll actually elect to take it out of play. London will keep possession. Looks like they'll get a fresh shot clock as well. 4:07 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. London looking to go up to a record of 14-3. The Express looking to get to a record of 8-9. Inbound. Posthumus up against Williams. Posthumus in the post. That's going to be a traveling call. 4 minutes to go.
Excellent defense from Kirk Williams. Forced that one too. Huge size mismatch there. Williams the smaller player, but he's just stood his ground, stood strong, and Posthumus had nowhere to go.
Bennett takes it up top to Commons. And that's going to be a foul against Garrett Williamson, but Commons was going right to the hoop there. Likely a good foul call to take. So number 24 in red will go to the line. Meantime, London getting set to make a change. Ryan Anderson coming into the game to replace Garrett Williamson. Commons goes to the line here for 2. 21 points to his name already in this game. Misses that first shot. Seeing pretty similar numbers to what Windsor had last night. All of their starters with at least 10 points. Of course, that was Bennett, Robinson, Keith, Commons, and Williams Jr. Keep in mind, that's the same starting 5 that they had tonight. And you've got Bennett with 12, Robinson with 10, Keith with 18, Commons with 21, and Williams Jr. with 6. He's also got 6 rebounds.
Shaq Keith, we should point out, if it wasn't for 2 missed free throws, would be shooting 100%. He's still shooting 100 from the floor. As we see a big block there from Commons, just says no to Nick O'Corey.
20 seconds on the shot clock, 3:46 on the game clock here at Bud Gardens. I mentioned a very large crowd, very loud crowd as well. Posthumus, that'll get the crowd on their feet. 84-80.
Chad Posthumus, such a big guy, but he's got pretty good footwork for that size too. And that time he just got left wide open. Easy path to the basket for Posthumus.
Robinson gets the ball back. Trying to make some space, works around Commons. Commons is going to work down low. Kirk Williams Jr. open for threes. Not going to get that. It's really not his shot. Keith gets possession here on this offensive rebound. 0 second chance points for the Windsor Express so far. We mentioned their troubles around the boards. Managed to get back-to-back offensive rebounds here. Kirk Williams Jr. able to put that one back. 84-82, 3 minutes to go. Corey moves it up as you see Tony Jones cheering his team on. Ward. Works around Maxwell, takes it up for two. No. Taken here by Kirk Williams Jr. Can the Express tie this one up? Bennett. See Commons just walking down the rest of the court waiting for that play call. I mentioned these are all the starters here for the Express. Chris Commons open for three on the near side. He can't get it though. Corey collects the rebound. 2:16 on the clock. A big missed opportunity for the Express. Commons with half the floor to himself. Posthumus, top of the key. Maxwell moves along the baseline. Can't get that athletic layup to go. 2 minutes to go. Kirk Williams Jr. collects the Hail Mary pass. Corey swats it out, but Williams will still finish it. Tie game, 84 all.
A little rapid fire back and forth here between these two teams. London not wanting to get into that game. You want to make sure you make the smart plays. You don't want to be getting turnovers if you want to have a chance at leading this game.
Posthumus works around Kirk Williams Jr. Maxwell fouled by Williams. He's going to go to the line.
As we get to the final minutes here, just give you an update on some foul situations. Bennett and Robinson at 3, and that's about the only people even close to trouble. It's been a pretty solid effort by the Windsor Express to stay out of foul trouble. For London, they've got both Ryan Anderson and Warren Ward sitting at 4 fouls. Ward, of course, especially concerning considering he's been the best player for the London Lightning tonight.
Minute 39. Second shot is good for Maxwell. Gives London the 1-point lead. Chris Commons works around Maxwell. Big steal there from Posthumus. Hands it off to Corey. Minute 20. Robinson to Maxwell. Up against Anderson for 3. He can't get that one to go. It's taken here by Williams. Moves it up the far side. Off to Robinson. 1-point game. Minute to go. Foul against Nick Corey as Robinson was stripped to the ball. And that's going to be Corey's 4th foul. And he's got as many fouls as Warren Ward and Ryan Anderson as well. Inbound coming, 14 seconds on the shot clock. 5 fouls for the London Lightning, 3 for the Windsor Express so far in this final frame. Robinson. Anderson in his face. Commons, he's free up top. He's going to give it back to Robinson. Fakes the 3, takes the 3 after, misses that one. So London with a crucial stop, 48 seconds to go.
Excellent defense, and London really needed that. Now they can make this a only 3-point difference if they can come down the court. This is an absolutely crucial possession for the London Lightning. 48.8 seconds left.
Crowd's into it. Corey's got possession. Warren Ward with it. Ryan Anderson in motion. He gets the ball. Fade. Get that one. Commons collects. Elects to slow things down. 30 seconds to go. The Express down by 1 point. They've got the ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bennett with possession. Williams coming ahead. Lots of space for Bennett. Foul. That takes a life out of the crowd here at Bud Gardens. Looks like Bennett is getting set to go to the line.
Not sure if that was Okori or Ward who committed the foul. It's going to be on Nick Okori, so that's going to be his 5th now. 6 team fouls. So Tony Bennett to the line now.
1 for 2 from the line tonight. $85 all. I don't think Bud Gardens has gotten this loud so far yet this season. I'm sure it's coming across on the broadcast. 19 seconds to go. Bennett gets that second one, gives the Express the lead. Obviously, timeout Lightning. Kyle Julius electing to set a play.
And obviously this is so that the Lightning can set up for their last shot.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back at Budweiser Gardens. $19 seconds to go at Budweiser Gardens. London versus Windsor. The Express with an 86-85 lead. What's Kyle Julius telling? Obviously drawing up a play to try to make this the last possession.
And I would think any play you'd want to draw it up for Warren Ward the way he's been shooting in this game. However, he's also had Nick Okori as his go-to guy. Of course, Okori had that shot against the Orangeville A's, that incredible step-back fadeaway 3 to win that one for London. It's going to be one of those two, and I will almost guarantee it, but not quite because I don't want to lose money on that bet. So we're going to look at a very key possession here for the London Lightning. 19.9 seconds left. 86-85 for the Windsor Express. Everyone sit in your seat. Make sure you're watching this. Don't flip the channel. Don't go look at another cat video on YouTube. This is where you want to be. Make sure you check out these last 20 seconds.
Orangeville and Niagara also tied 84 all, but that still got 5 minutes to go. You're watching this one. 86-85. London down by 1 point. Here comes the inbound. Ryan Anderson getting set to dish the ball. We've got Nick Okori, Warren Ward, Chad Postumus, and Stephen Maxwell on the floor for the Lightning. Postumus takes possession, just keeps it from going over the line. Lots of space down low. See the Express stretched high. 12 seconds. Ball's tipped out there by Bennett. The refs blow that down. Was that a foul? Looks like it's going to be a
foul.
It's going to be a foul against Tony Bennett.
I thought they were just going to call out of bounds. I don't know about that call.
So it looks like there's going to be a timeout here. Another update on the foul situation. 6 for the Lightning, 3 for the Express. Well, now 4 rather, I should say. Again, the Express with a 1-point lead. Kyle Julius electing to call yet another timeout in front of his home crowd. Well, another chance to drop another play.
And now he gets to do that knowing what Windsor's going to try. That was some excellent swarming defense from the Windsor Express. When the inbound has to go Chad Postumus, you know that something's gone wrong offensively, and they were just trying to beat the 8-second rule at that point. I think you look to the same two guys, though. Based on what I saw there, it looked like they were desperately trying to get it to Ryan Anderson. I think Nick Okori might be the guy you want to have the ball in the hands of right now.
You've got lots of options to shoot a 3. I mean, you've got lots of good shooters, and you've got Chad Postumus as well.
Well, Chad Postumus is mostly there just to be, just in case there's a rebound needed and they need a big guy out there. But for the most part, they're looking at Okori and Ward and Anderson.
All right. London with another chance to end this game. 12 seconds on the clock now. Sorry, 11.3. Closer to 11 seconds and 12. Ward on the inbound this time. Anderson, who took the first inbound, is now on the far side. Watt for him in motion. He's coming in. Who they're taking it to? They're going to take it to Postumus right in front, and another foul. That one's going to go against Williams. So that brings the foul count up to 5, now 10.2 on the clock. So Ward getting set.
Using these fouls is smart by Windsor because now they've just killed off 10 seconds of clock. London with even less time to set up.
Bosmus, and that's another foul. Now 8.2 seconds on the clock. As you mentioned, very smart stuff there from the Windsor Express. Now just 8 seconds to get this play off. Keep in mind the Express now have reached 6 fouls along with the London Lightning. So here we go. Maxwell on the inbound. Anderson in motion down low. They're going to get up toward up top. Going to try to make some space. There isn't a whole lot of it. Anderson for 3. No. Collected by the Windsor Express, and they're going to take this one 86-85. The Express move up to a record of 8-9 with a great performance here at Budweiser Gardens.
It was a great job by the Windsor Express all night on the defensive end, and that's the storyline of this game is how well they played there. And I think nothing showed that better than those last couple of plays there. Windsor really smartly using their foul situation to their advantage. And then, of course, that end shot, they didn't have anything except a very long Ryan Anderson shot. And that was mostly just about getting the shot off before the clock could end. Swarming defense, causing London problems. And just like that, London, their most recent winning streak ended hardly before it began.
2 losses to the Windsor Express this week. 1 at home and 1 away. So the London Lightning move on to take on the Niagara River Lions here at Budweiser Gardens. We'll have that game on Wednesday night. Windsor move on to host Orangeville on Thursday night. So that'll just about do it for us here at Budweiser Gardens. Thank you very much to Chris and the staff. As you can see the names here coming up on the screen. The final score, Windsor Express 86, London 85.